Hi, this is Dr. Gillian Scott-Ward. I'm a clinical psychologist in Manhattan, New York, and a documentary filmmaker. So I'm logging on today because today President Donald Trump has signed an executive order ending the forceful separation of children from their parents at the border. And I think it's important for us to understand that even though he signed this executive action, it does not mean this issue is over. Number one, as of the taping of this video, there has been no concrete plan put together to reunite children with their families. Also, according to the ACLU, the average migrant child will be separated from their parents for 400 days on average. The repercussions of this are astronomical, and so I want to talk to you about what that looks like right now. So I want you to think about a time when you were the most scared. What do you remember feeling in your body? You may remember feeling like your heart was beating really fast, it was difficult to breathe, maybe you felt really hot, maybe it was difficult to think properly. And so what was happening there is that your body was going into fight or flight. Hormones were being released, adrenaline, cortisol, norepinephrine, and that in and of itself is not a bad thing, right? This means your body is preparing to either fight or flight. The problem comes in for these migrant children is that there's no one around them to help soothe them, shut down these bodily responses, and that turns into toxic stress. So the results of toxic stress can be felt across the lifetime. If we look at the research about adverse childhood experiences, we know that toxic stress can make children more susceptible to disruptions in brain development, emotional development. It disrupts their ability to learn, it disrupts their ability to trust and form relationships really for the rest of their life. And we know that these kinds of experiences also put people at risk for serious health problems later on in life. It makes them more susceptible to cancer, to lung disease, heart disease, anxiety, depression, suicide, substance dependent, and can actually lessen life experience by 20 years. So, what can you do? One, you can realize that even though an executive order was signed, this issue is not over. As I mentioned before, the average migrant child will be separated from their parents for 400 days. It's not over. Two, consider donating. Do your research. Find an organization that's working with these populations to help. So some organizations might be the ACLU. It also could be the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services, also known as RACES, Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center, and Detained Migrant Solidarity Committee. Do your research. Find a place that you feel comfortable with and donate. Also, go to the ACLU website. Put in your zip code. Find your representative. Call them. Tell them how you feel about this issue. I'm going to be, in the next few days, creating another video, so please stay tuned about ways that you can manage your own stress to help deal with everything that we're coping with right now in the United States and abroad. Be well, and I hope to see you soon.